Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. First of all, I offer pranams to our Gurudev, Vishnu Swami, Sri Bhaktivedanta Narayan Gosai Maharaj, our old Guru Varga, all Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis, Nandavans. So today is the disappearance of great devotee Sri Ramanujacharya. He appeared before Madhvacharya almost 1,000 years ago. Some great time. So, also his appearance at a critical time. We call him Ramanuj, who is the younger brother of Ram. Lakshmana. So devotees believe Lakshmana. So devotees believe he was the incarnation of Lakshmana, in the sense Lakshmana's power, Sankarshan's power entered him. Otherwise, how he could do so wonderful things. So actually, one speciality of Sri Sampradaya. Last night we discussed Sampradaya Vihina Mantrastu Nishphalam Bhavet Siva Dusnak Vaishnava Chittipamana. Any Lord Shiva spoke in Padma Puran, any knowledge, any mantra outside the disciplic succession, Nishphalam, no result. So yesterday we talked about the Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. Today we're talking about Sri Sampradaya. The philosophy of Vishishtadvaita. So, Vishishta, specialized monism, specialists. Visheshan means adjective. Little bit we described yesterday. What's the relationship between Bhagavan and this world? What's the relationship between Bhagavan and God? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained in terms of Shakti Parima, transformation of Shakti. But other Sampradaya, little bit discussed transformation of Brahma, transformation of Bhagavan himself. So they believe this world, like this body, this soul and subtle body and gross body, they believe like this material world and the soul's manifestation of the body of the Lord, like this. So not different from him, but in a specific way, unique. So especially in his line came the great devotee, Ramanujacharya, who wrote this Dwada Stotram, or this Stotaratram. Bhaktivinoda took the Stotaratram written by Ramanujacharya and made this Saranagi, many Gitanjali Saranagi Kirtans from Sri Sampradaya. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took two things from each Sampradaya. Especially in Ramanuj Sampradaya, he took the idea of devotion, uncovered by karma and jnana. This comes from Ramanuj Sri Sampradaya. And the idea of service to the Vaishnavas. These two things very strong in their Sampradaya. So, when he was born, from birth, he had natural devotional qualities. But that time, especially in South India, the Mayavad, the impersonalists, impersonalismo, very strong. Impersonalists do not accept the eternal form of Bhagavan, the eternal name of Bhagavan, the eternal pastimes of Bhagavan, or the eternal service of Bhagavan. They say this is all illusion, hence the term Mayavad. So that was very, very strong when Ramanuja took birth. So this, we call them Mayavad. One form of Buddhist, covered Buddhism. So he went to school. His name was Lakshman Deshika. So he went to school. The Guru called his spiritual master was a great impersonalist. His name was Yadav Prakash. But still he had great knowledge of Sanskrit. So a great person like a swan, if you mix milk and water together, he takes the milk and leaves the water. So Ramanu necessary without proper knowledge of Sanskrit, the 6 limbs of Vedic Angas, Vedanga. 6. First is Vyakaran, grammar. You don't know grammar, how can you study the Shastras? We were talking last night. Maharaj gave nice explanation according to the Sanskrit. Rupa Goswami said Manura Bhava Bhavita. Very nice, full grammatical explanation. How it means Sakha is absorbed in Madhurya Rasa. But we don't know Sanskrit, all type of weird and strange explanations. So, first thing to study is Sanskrit grammar. So, he was learning, then one day he was massaging his guru, like that, on the back, some oil massage. Then one student asked, Gurudev, what is the meaning of this sutra from the Upanishads? Kapya Sumati. Then Yadav Prakash gave the very wrong explanation. Kapi means monkey. Kapi means monkey. As means the asa, the backside. So the Supreme Lord Narayan, he has eyes which are red like the backside of a monkey. Okay, you go and look at the monkeys and they turn around and give you darshan from the back, you will understand. So the Supreme Lord has eyes which are red like the ass of a monkey. So when Lakshman Desika heard this explanation, he began weeping. If someone is happy when they weep, these tears are cool, but someone is sad when they weep, these tears are very hot. So Yadav Prakash felt some hot tears on his back. He turned. Why you are weeping? This is the explanation of Sankaracharya. Then Lakshman Desika said, Gurudev, how such a great soul like you can give such a terrible explanation of the scriptures? When you think you know more than Sankaracharya, you can explain. Gurudev, by your grace, Bhagavan's grace. Ka means sun, one name of Sudhita. Pi means to drink. What drinks the sun? Lakshman?
What drinks the sun?
What drinks the sun? The lotus. So the Supreme Lord has eyes which are red like the petals of a lotus. Very sweet explanation. So when he heard this, all the other students, very sweet explanation, very nice. And when Yadav Prakash heard this, he became very angry inside. Oh, this boy has so much knowledge, more than me, he will uproot our philosophy, destroy it. So he made some determination, we will kill him. At the same time, the king of that area, he had only one daughter, and she became possessed by a ghost, a Brahma Rakshas. Then many people came to ghost bust to free the girl from the ghost, but they could not do. Then Yadav Prakash, the guru, he also came. And when he was chanting mantras to throw the ghost outside, the girl laughed. Well, the ghost inside the girl laughed. Your mantras have no power whatsoever. You are a useless fellow. But your disciple, Lakshman Desika, he can do. Even a ghost could understand the value of taking shelter of such a high-class person. So Lakshman Desika came and he chanted some devotional mantra. Then the ghost left the girl. And Lakshman said, give us a sign the ghost has left. Then one branch, the girl was sitting under one tree, one branch on top of the tree broke, means the ghost went like that. And everyone began, oh. So 2 times, in a natural way, Lakshman defeated his guru. Then Guru was thinking, this boy is very dangerous, so we should kill him. Actually, real Guru, when disciple goes more than him, he always becomes very happy. But disciple never becomes proud. By Gurudev's grace, I am doing. So he tried to kill him, but he announced to all the parents, we'll go to the Ganga to take bath. Ganga is in North India, and they're in Tamil Nadu, South India. So all boys went, and the Guru called the other boys We have to finish this Lakshman, kill him. And when we kill him, we'll take Bharata, the Ganga, become free from sin. And we'll tell his parents, yes, he died, was eaten by a tiger. So Lakshman had one nephew, Govinda. He heard this. And he said, "Oh cousin, run away, save your life. They're trying to kill you." In this way Lakshman ran, but small boy, 9 or 10 years old. So in the middle of the forest, very far from home, what to do? He prayed to Bhagavan. That time one very dark hunter, very dark, but very beautiful. Who was that? Narayan, Krishna himself. But Lakshman could not recognize. And with his wife, also very beautiful. They said, "Brahmin boy, where are you going?" "I'm going to Tiruvannamalai, this, what they call Raman, this main temple, Sri Rangan, Venkateshwar, Sri Rangan, famous temples in Sri Sampradaya. I went there when I was not devoted. I went there. Like 1.5 years I lived in that area. So, we will take it. We are going that way. So they built a fire 3 times in the night. The wife said, "I'm very thirsty. Bring me water." But the hunter said, "It's not safe. Stay here." In the morning he went and 3 times he brought water for that lady. She drank 3 times. But when he came back, the hunter and wife had disappeared. Then he asked, "Where am I?" Then the people laughed. "Foolish Lakshman, you don't know where you are? You live here. This is Sri Rangan." Somehow in one night he had come hundreds of kilometers. Kanchipurna. Then he realized, Bhagavan came, Krishna came and saved him. Like this, many wonderful things happened. At that time, there was one great devotee named Ramanujacharya. If you read his life history, it's also very wonderful. So he heard there's a great devotee, Lakshman Deshika, I want to meet him. So he sent his main disciple, Mahapurna, "You bring Lakshman, I want to see him, I want to give mercy to him." So as they were coming back, then news came, Ramanujacharya had left this world. Then Lakshman, very sad, I could not meet such a great devotee. But when they came near him, they saw 3 fingers were down. 3 fingers were closed. He asked, "What does this mean?" And everyone said, "We don't know what this means, because always Gurudev has normal hands. But somehow he left this world, his hands are like that. But we don't know why. What is the meaning?" Then Lakshman went in trance. This represents his 3 unfulfilled desires. So Lakshman sort of in a trance, "I will write a commentary on the Vedanta Sutra called the Sri Bhashya." Ding. 1 finger hold. "I will preach Sudha Bhakti according to Sri Bhashya all around India." Ding. With the phone. "And I will name a disciple after the great Parasa Rishi." So these were the 3 unfulfilled desires of Ramanujacharya. So when everyone saw, here's 3 types of disciple, the other day we heard. Uttama disciple, without saying anything, he understands what Guru wants, what Guru needs, and he does. The Madhyam disciple, middle class disciple, Gurudev says, "Do this," then he does. And the 3rd class disciple, even Guru says, "Do that," what does he do, Lakshman? Some opposite thing. So realized, even beyond the grave, we say in English, Guru has left, but still he had that connection. But Lakshman had not taken initiation. So actually Mahapurna gave him diksha. But everyone considered him the natural successor of Ramanujacharya. So he was married at that time, and his wife was not very favorable to devotion. So in that area was a great devotee named Kanchipurna. Kanchipurna, his name, sorry. He was from a very low family, but he would directly speak with Krishna in the temple, the deity of Bharadwaj. Directly would speak with him. Everyone not has that power. So Lakshman had great desire, he wanted to get his mercy. Because devotion comes from devotion. Devotion comes from devotee. Bhakti samjatiya bhakti. Bhakti, devotion comes from someone who has devotion. Alone reading books, you cannot get like that. So Ramanuja, Lakshman thought, if I can get the mercy of this great soul, I can perfect my life. So Vaishnava Padaduli, Vaishnava Padajal, Vaishnava Bhukt Avisheshe Tina Sharanpa. Three things give strength in spiritual life. Foot dust of devotee, foot bathing water of Vaishnava, and what they eat, what's left, this gives strength.
And the heritage.
Yes, I guess so. But mostly we hear prasad. How can I get what is eat, what offered to Krishna, that is prasad? But when we eat, what are we thinking? Where's the paneer? Where's the paneer? Where's the puris? Nice taste. This one not so tasty. We're like that. But high class Vaishnava, like Mahaprabhu would take. Oh, he would taste. Krishna's lips have touched this. I can taste the nectar of Krishna's lips. The Adaramrit of Krishna, they taste on the prasad. But what we taste, this is paneer, salt, chili. So when a Vaishnava takes the prasad, they take with a very special mood. When we take a remnants of Vaishnava, we take that. So how can I get that? So he invited him for lunch. Kanchipurna was low family, and Lakshman Deshika was Brahmin. But actually we should not judge Vaishnava by that. Se bhajan se bhara abhakta hinacha. Who does more devotion, that person is greater. We cannot judge by birth or learning or some external symptoms. So Lakshman said, oh, Kanchipurna, please come to my house for Mahaprasad. So Kanchipurna, yes. Rupa Goswami said, this is 6 loving exchanges between devotees. Giving, prasad, taking something else. How many times we bring anything for Thakurji? Some of us many years never brought one apple, one potato. And how lovely it is. It's a loving exchange, giving something. Just taking all the time, you're secretly finished. So you should give and also take. So, Kanchipurna came very early. He thought, who am I to accept service from Lakshman? So he came very early, and Lakshman had gone to the sabji market. And he told his wife, today a very special person is coming. Please make some extra effort in the cooking. So when he left, when Lakshman went to the sabji bazaar, then Kanchipurna came that time. And wife thought, he's like low-class Sudra. How can he eat in the house? So she gave him something out in the yard. And served him. He took prasad, washed his hands, and after he left, she thought, how can I give this to my husband? He is Brahmin. So she threw and gave to a dog or something. When Lakshman came back, imagine with all the sabjis. Oh, your guest came, wife said. Your guest came. Oh, where's the remnants? Where is it? I gave to a dog. You are Brahmin, how can you eat that? Then Lakshman was very sad. My wife had no respect for devotee. How can I stay with such a person? So thinking like that, he took something else. Took Tridandi sannyas. And many, many wonderful things he did. Many, many wonderful things. So, especially, he had 10,000 brahmachari disciples. 10,000. Krishna Balaram, now we go. 10,000 brahmacharis. 10,000 brahmacharis. More than 2,000-3,000 sannyasis. This type of preaching. But then there was one disciple, one man, he was a wrestler. His name was Dhanuda. Many, many stories in Ramanuj Sampradaya. He was very powerful. And he would come to the temple with his girlfriend. not married. And she was, they say, prostitute. But she was very beautiful. So when Danuda would come to the temple, everyone was seeing the deity, everyone was chanting. But this wrestler would just look at the face of the girl. He not care Thakurji, not care anymore. Then everyone would laugh, but he not cared about that also. No shame, nothing. Then Sri Ramanuja went to him, "Oh my brother, don't mind. What beauty you see in the face of that girl, that you forget the whole world." And he said, "Maharaj, you are sannyasi. Such nectar comes from her face. I know nothing in this world can be equal to her beauty, so I never look at anything else." Then Ramanuja said, "You come tonight, I will show you the face of someone even more beautiful." So he came to the temple, night time. Everyone was facing the evening aarti. But he had his back to the deities because he was looking at the girl. Then Ramanuja said, "Prabhu, just one time you turn and see the face, the lotus, the face of Lord Narayan, whose eyes are like a lotus. One time you see. It was more attractive than millions of cupids. One time you look and see the form of Krishna, Narayan." So when he turned to look, then Ramanuja placed his hand on his head. He could see this darshan of Krishna, spurti. Because we have material eyes, we cannot see Krishna on the altar. We see some material thing. That is our lack of qualification. But Ramanuja gave him qualification. Pramanjana churutaya bhakti vilochana santasade vridesu vilokiyamtin yat shama sundaram achinte guna surupam govindamani purusham tamaham bhajam. We hear with the eyes of service, with the eyes of bhakti, with the eyes of prem, can see Krishna everywhere. So he saw Krishna and became like stunned. Many hours he was just looking. Everyone went home, but still he was looking. Even curtains closed, still he is seeing in his heart. Then Ramanujacharya came and, "Oh, Haribol." Then Danuda said, "I was looking at the glowworm. You know this little insect at night time? What do you call firefly? I spent my life looking at the firefly, but you showed me the sun." So he became great disciple of Ramanuja. That's one story that I'll finish here.
What time? How many stories for?
One. Two. This is quickly I'll speak. So Danuda was from very low family, but Ramanuja would give him so much respect because devotee. When he would go down to take bath in the Kaveri, Ramanuja would rest his shoulder on the hand of Brahman disciple, and after taking bath, he would rest his hand on the shoulder of the wrestler, Danuda. Then all the disciples would, now Gurudev is old, his brain is not working. After taking bath in the holy river, again he's touching this low-class person. So Ramanuja could understand their minds. So all 10,000 brahmacharis, you imagine, sannyasis, nighttime they dry their cloth. Nighttime he went and moved a few cloths and dhotis and gamshas. In morning time they woke up, "Hey, why you took my cloth? That's my gamsha." Even they began fist fighting in the temple. Then Ramanuja came, "Hey, be peaceful, don't do like this." And he said to all the brahmacharis, the sannyasis, renunciates, "You know this Danuda is making a great show of devotion. I will show you in the morning. I will show you tonight what is his real position. So nighttime I will discuss Harikatha with him. And you go to his house and you steal all his wealth. Then you'll see who is he." So all the sannyasis, they're all brahmanas. They went to his house. That lady he had married, she was sleeping on her bed with all her jewelry. Now people have bank accounts. Before there were no banks, so the ladies would wear their wealth as gold. She was sleeping on her bed, then all the sannyasis came into the house, began stealing everything in the house, everything. Then they also began to steal her jewelry, her bangles, rings. But she was not asleep. She knew what was happening. So they took all the gold off one side. She wanted to give the gold on the other side. She turned like this. They all became afraid and ran away. Then they came back to the temple. Yes, Gurudev, mission accomplished. So he said, I will send Dhanudas, you go home now, it's late. Then he said to all the sannyasis, you go and watch what happens when he gets home. So Dhanuda came home, his house fully empty, and his wife, only half jewelry on her body. Very strange. So he asked, what happened? She said, it must be some financial crisis in the temple. All God brothers are very poor, now they have to steal to maintain the service of Bhagavan. So they came and they stole everything. They took half the jewelry, I wanted to give the other half, I went like this. They became afraid and ran away. Then Dhanuda became very angry. You stupid woman! If you had moved slowly, you could have given everything.
Hand to just out like this, then they understand you are sleeping or just hand moving. But body moving means you wake up. So they fear or run away.
So that if you had moved slowly,
just one hand like this, then think maybe just sleeping, then people little move. But
This
if
is my
one
story.
side to another side going. They
If you-
thinking
if you
she
had
wake
moved-
up, but she moving only giving to this, but they think she wake up.
if you had moved properly, you could have given everything. And why you're saying I'm giving my jewelry to Krishna, to Narayan? Don't you know God owns everything? How can you say I'm giving to Him? He owns everything. This is false ego. Your mood is not proper. Then she began crying, oh bless me, I can become proper devotee. Then all sannyasis watching, what is this? What is this? Then they went home and Ramanuja said, who is more attached? You when I stole your kopan, your gamsha? Or Dhanuda when he lost everything? Who is more renounced, who has more devotion? Then all sannyasis became ashamed. So this one speciality in Ramanuja Sampradaya, how much it is now I don't know, but that time, this Vasudev Kutumbakam, all is the family of Vasudev. Devotees should not have this vision, he is high, he is low. We should judge everything by devotion. Brahmanas judge seniority by knowledge, Vaishyas by wealth, Kshatriyas by strength, and Sudras judge who is Surya by white hair. But Vaishnavas judge by devotion. What can we say? Ramanujacharya ki jai. He did great things, many great things. Saraswati Thakur took many of the things from Sri Sampradaya, this Tridandi Sannyasa, many things. So he's a great Vaishnava. We are very lucky to hear something about him today. Sri Ramanujacharya ki jai.
Vande Gurun Padadvandam Bhaktavinda Samanavitam Sri Chaitanya Prabhum Vande Nityananda Sahoditam Sri Nandanandanam Vande Radhika Charanadvayam Gopi Jana Samajuktam Vrindavana Manoharam.
Where's Madhavi?
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Sarvagre मध्य गुरुपाद पद्मनित पृष्ठों विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर सहस्त्र भक्ति जीवन जनार्दन गोसाई महाराज निकला पृष्ठों विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर भक्ति वेदांत नारायण गोसाई महाराज तथा समस्त रूपानुगुण वर्गों के चरणों में अनंत कोटि दंडवत प्रणाम करते हुए कृपा की प्रार्थना। उपस्थित समस्त वैष्णव जन मात्र जन सभी के प्रति जो गान करते हैं। आज श्री रामानुजाचार्य पाद की शुभ तिरुभाव तिथि है। श्री ब्रह्म रुद्र संघ का वैष्णवाच्युति पावना। ये चार वैष्णव पृथ्वी को पवित्र करने वाले श्री रामानुजाचार्य, ब्रह्म से माधवाचार्य, श्री ब्रह्म रुद्र रुद्र से विष्णु स्वामी और सनका चतुष्ण से निम्बाली श्री ब्रह्म रुद्र सनका वैष्णव क्षेत्र पापड़। श्री संप्रदाय से संबंधित श्री रामानुजाचार्य 12वीं शताब्दी में इनका आविर्भाव हुआ।
What year?
ये दक्षिण भारत में जन्मे, क्योंकि भक्ति का जो उत्पन्न आविर्भाव स्थान है दक्षिण भारत, द्रविड़, तमिलनाडु, कर्नाटक से देश है द्रविड़ देश। उत्पन्ने द्रविड़े साहम वृद्धि कर्नाटक गता, द्राविड़ देश इसको कहते हैं, जो आजकल तमिलनाडु के नाम से वहां से भक्ति का उद्गम, अपना जन्म बदलाते हूँ, क्योंकि जितने भक्ति का चार्ज हुए सब दक्षिण भारत में हुए प्राप्त। उन्हीं में से श्री रामानुजाचार्य, इनका पिता का नाम था केशव दीक्षित, माता देवी का नाम था कांतिमती देवी। ये श्री जमुनाचार्य के शिष्य सैरपूर्ण की बड़ी बहन थी कांतिमती, इसलिए इनके जीवन में कहीं न कहीं भक्ति से संबंध था। केशव दीक्षित भी संस्कार संपन्न थे, लेकिन इन्हें कोई संतान की प्राप्ति नहीं हुई। दोनों दंपति श्री पार्थ सारथी, जो कृष्ण के स्वरूप है, जो अर्जुन के रथ चलाने वाले, उस पार्थ सारथी कृष्ण की आराधना की और वो प्रसन्न होकर के बोले कि आपको एक ऐसा पुत्र रत्न प्राप्त होगा जो महाभागवत होगा, विश्व का बहुत कल्याण करेगा। दोनों दंपति प्रसन्न हुए और उनका जन्म हुआ। उनका जन्म और बाद में संस्कार आदि हुए तो उनके जो मामा समझ लीजिए सैरपूर्ण, जो जमुनाचार्य के शीर्ष हैं, वो अपने बहन से सुना कि मेरा एक पुत्र का जन्म हुआ, पता चला, तो वो स्वयं वहां चले गए और स्वयं संस्कार किए, उसका नामकरण किए। और जब उनके रेखाओं को देखे, लक्षण को देखे, तो कुछ उनका लक्षण लक्ष्मण जी की तरह लगा, राम के छोटे भैया लक्ष्मण। उनका स्वभाव आचरण देख करके, और जैसे लक्ष्मण जी राम जी की सेवा करते हैं, दास भाव से कठिन व्रत को धारण करते हैं, ऐसे सब इनमें गुण दिखाई पड़े। इसलिए उनका नाम उन्होंने लक्ष्मण रखा। बाद में लक्ष्मण देशिक कहलाए, तो वहां पर वैष्णवों को लोग नाम के साथ देशिक शब्द छोड़ देते, दास देशिक, लक्ष्मण देशिक। ये कुछ बड़े हुए तो माता पिता का काम होता है कि बालक बड़े हो जाए तो थोड़ा पढ़ा लिखा दो और शादी विवाह कर दो। इनके पिता ने आग्रह करके कि बेटा बड़ा हो गया, विवाह कर लो, तो लक्ष्मण जी को विवाह करा दिए। और विवाह के उपरांत इनके पिताजी अप्रगट हो गए। माता घर में और पत्नी आ गई, तो घर में रहते, लेकिन अचानक इनके मन में आया कि मैं शास्त्रों का अध्ययन करूं, भक्ति शास्त्रों का अध्ययन करूंगा, जिसमें वेदांत सूत्र है, भगवत गीता का भाष्य, भगवत गीता आदि, उपनिषद आदि। तो कहाँ अध्ययन करूं? तो जहां इनका जन्म हुआ था कांचीपुरी में, जो प्रसिद्ध स्थान 7 पुरियों में एक है, और वहीं पर जमुनाचार्य के शिष्य रहते थे, उनका नाम था कांचीपुर में, जो वरदराज को उपासना करते थे। तो उनको रोज दर्शन करते थे, इसमें वैष्णव संस्कार बहुत प्रबल हो गए। वो रोज जाते और वरदराज भगवान की सेवा करके लौटते, तो मार्ग में लक्ष्मण जैसे का घर पड़ता था, वहीं से गुजरते तो लक्ष्मण उनको बार बार देखते थे और उनकी सेवा, वैष्णवता, भक्ति देखकर इनके मन में भी ऐसा आया कि मैं भी भक्त बनूंगा। लेकिन भक्त बनने के लिए भक्ति कृपा चाहिए, बिना वैष्णव कृपा कोई वैष्णव बन नहीं सकता। तो इनकी कृपा चाहिए, तो वैष्णव कृपा पाने के लिए सेवक तदविधि प्रणिपाते हैं परिप्रश्न सेवया। लेकिन उनको निमंत्रण किया अपने घर में, आइए मेरे यहाँ प्रसाद पाए, और अपने हाथ से भोजन आदि बना के भोग आदि लगा के उनको प्रसाद दिए। प्रसाद तो पा लिए, लेकिन जब लक्ष्मण जी उनके पैर दबाने के लिए सेवा करने के लिए, तो बोले नहीं, मेरे शरीर को नहीं छू सकते हो, क्योंकि तुम ब्राह्मण कुल में जन्मे हो, पूज्य हो, और मैं शूद्र हूं। तो लक्ष्मण जी बोले कि ये तो वैष्णव सिद्धांत नहीं है, क्योंकि वैष्णव किसी भी कुल में जन्म ले सकते हैं, और जब वैष्णव हो जाते हैं तो उनमें कोई जाति नहीं चलती। जैसे हनुमान, कोई उनको बंदर थोड़ी बोलते हैं, भक्तराज हनुमान बोलते हैं। जैसे जमवान, जैसे जटाऊ पक्षी कुल में, सबरी भीलिन कुल में, बिल्कुल भिलनी। तो कहते हैं कि हमारे इस परंपरा में भी, आपके परंपरा में पूर्व का आचार्य में तिरुपन उनका नाम था, तिरुपान, और चंडाल कुल में जन्मे। लेकिन उनका जो शिष्य बना था वो ब्राह्मण कुल का था, और उनके चरणों में गिर के बोले कि आप तो ब्राह्मणों को भी पवित्र करने वाले, आप मुझे पवित्र करिए, महाभागवत वैष्णव। भगवान के भी बच्चे ने नाम है भक्त चतुर्वेदी, मत भक्त स्वपचो प्रिय, तस्मे देयम तत्वग्राह्यम स यथा पूज्यो ही अहम। चारों वेदों को जानने वाला, सारे शास्त्रों का पंडित यदि मेरा भक्त नहीं है, तो ऐसे चतुर्वेदी अभक्त मेरे को प्रिय नहीं। लेकिन अगर कोई मेरा भक्त है तो स्वपच ही क्यों ना, वो मुझे बहुत प्रिय है। उसी भक्त को देना चाहिए, उसी से लेना चाहिए, वो ऐसे ही पूज्य जैसे मैं। लेकिन कहीं पर भगवान एकादश में कहते नहीं, वो मुझसे भी अधिक पूज्य, मत पूजा करेगा। इस प्रकार जब उन्होंने उनसे कहा तो उन्होंने मना कर दिया। उसके बाद में लक्ष्मण जी अध्ययन की इच्छा हुई, उनके पास चाहते थे कुछ सीखू पढ़ो, लेकिन वो थोड़ा दूर रखे, आप ब्राह्मण है, श्रेष्ठ है, ब्राह्मण किसी ब्राह्मण के पास जाकर पढ़े, ऐसे कुछ इस तरह से इंगित कर दी। इनको अध्ययन की बड़ी इच्छा थी, तो कहा जाए तो वहां पर एक विप्र जिसका नाम था जादव प्रकाश, यादवाचार्य जिसको बोलते, जो शंकर संप्रदाय और वेदांत के विद्वान, वेदांत को पढ़ाता था, वेदांत भाष्य, वही शंकराचार्य जी का जो भाष्य था, विद्वान था, संस्कृत को जानते हैं था, और वेदांत जो पढ़ाएंगे गीता आदि का और शास्त्र ज्ञान रखेंगे तभी तो पढ़ा सकते, नहीं पढ़ा नहीं सकते। वेदांत में बहुत सारे पक्ष विपक्ष है, उसका सिद्धांत करने के लिए सब कार्य जो ज्ञान सब आके खड़े हो जाते हैं, और सबका आपको निरसन करना पड़ेगा। एक प्रकार का न्याय शास्त्र है, जिसमें विषय है, सब्जेक्ट में संशय आएगा,
डाउट,
फिर पूर्व पक्ष आएगा, उत्तर पक्ष आएगा, फिर सामंजस्य और फिर सिद्धांत। क्योंकि प्रौढ़ शास्त्र है, सबकी बस की बात। तो उसके विद्वान थे, तो रामानुजाचार्य वहां उनके पास चले जाते, और जैसा गीता के अनुसार कुछ सीखना हो तो प्रणाम करना पड़े, प्रणाम करके दीन भाव से, और परिप्रश्न, तर्क वितर्क नहीं, केवल जानने की इच्छा से पूछना और सेवा करना। इस प्रकार प्रणाम किए, प्रश्न किए और सेवा करने लगे। तो कुछ सीख रहे थे, लेकिन कई कई चीज इनको अच्छा नहीं लगता, क्योंकि जहां पर शास्त्रों में अगर दीन कहा गया दीवा, तो दीवा माने दीवा ही होता है, क्योंकि मुख्य अर्थ में दीन माने दीन होता है। जब मुख्य अर्थ कार्य नहीं करता तब गौण अर्थ करके दीवा माने कुछ और भी अर्थ ले सकते, लेकिन तब लागू होता है जब मुख्य अर्थ अपना अर्थ देना छोड़ दे। लेकिन शंकराचार्य जी मूल को दबा करके नया ही अर्थ बनाया। उपनिषदों की जब व्याख्या की है तो उसी तरह से किया, तो उनके शिष्य जो ऐसे व्याख्या कर सुनते को अच्छा लगता। लेकिन क्या हुआ कि कांचीपुर के जो राजा था उनकी बेटी को एक भूत पकड़ लिया। तो कौन भूत उतारे? बड़े बड़े मंत्र के, बड़े विद्वान के, शास्त्र के सब मंत्र जानते हैं। तो जादवाचार्य जी को वहां बुलाया गया, मंत्र करो और मेरी बेटी को भूत भगाओ। तो जब मंत्र पढ़ने लगा तो कन्या बहुत जोर से हंसने लगी। उसको जो भूत था हंस कर कहते क्या भगाएगा मेरे को? ये तो गो है, गो समझते एक प्रकार का लिजर्ड जैसा होता है, दीवार से चिपक जाता है और उसमें रस्सी बांधो और उस रस्सी के सहारे ऊपर चढ़ सकते हो, खींच नहीं सकते उसको। पहले लोग जब किला पर चढ़ना चाहते थे, गो के पूंछ में रस्सी बांध के से फेंक देते और वो जाकर वहां चिपक जाएगा, ऐसे पकड़ लेगा और फिर उसके सहारे चलेगा। लिजर्ड जैसा होता है, बड़ा होता है। तो बोले पहले जन्म में गो था, लिजर्ड एक प्रकार का, और ब्राह्मण के चरण में इसको मिला, जिसके कारण पवित्र होकर स्कूल में ब्राह्मण, इस जन्म में ब्राह्मण हो गए। इसके मन में इतना बल नहीं। अगर इसके साथ में आया हुआ शिष्य ये बालक लक्ष्मण, ये यदि अपने चरणामृत दे दे तो मैं चला जाऊंगा, मेरा उद्धार हो जाएगा। तो राजा ने तुरंत बोला मेरी बेटी को स्वस्थ करना है, जैसे भी जिस उपाय से हो, और जब इस बालक के चरणामृत से कन्या स्वस्थ हो जाती तो जल्दी से जिनका चरणामृत लिया जाए। तो लक्ष्मण जी को बड़े ऊंचे आसन में बैठा करके बड़ा पूजा पाठ करके चरण धोया गया। और गुरु जी
राज किया,
हाँ, जो धुलवाया अपने सेवकों से, राजा जो भी हुआ, और चरणामृत लिया गया। तो वहां जादवाचार्य देख रहे कि मैं इसका गुरु हूं और मेरा चेला हमसे आगे निकल गया, इसके चरणामृत में इतना ताकत आ गया, मेरे से भूत नहीं भागा, इसका चरणामृत भूत भगा देगा। इसकी महिमा तो बढ़ गई और अंदर अंदर सब जय जयकार भी कर रहे हैं। तो उसके अंदर बहुत जलन ईर्षा हुई। जो हो वहां से तो चले आए और गुरु जी आसन में बैठे थे और लक्ष्मण जी उनके बालों में ऐसे ऐसे क्या उसको बोलते चाप रहे थे, सिर को थोड़ा सा सेवा कर रहे थे, तेल लगा रहे, कुछ से कर रहे हैं, या तो ऐसे भी शिष्य होते अपने गुरु को दबाते सेवा करते, और सेवा करते करते सुन रहे। तो उपनिषद के 2-3 श्रुतियों को, मंत्रों को उच्चारण करके शिष्यों को व्याख्या सुने। देखो हमारे पूर्वाचार्य कितना सुंदर इनकी व्याख्या किए, भगवान की आंखों को क्या वर्णन किए सुनो। वो जो भगवान सत्यम ज्ञानम अनंतम ब्रह्म है, एक और को बोल रहा है कि भगवान सत्य ज्ञान अनंत निराकार निर्विशेष है, जिसका कोई रूप रंग ही नहीं। तो पहली बात है जिनका सत्यम ज्ञानम अनंतम ब्रह्म कह रहे हैं, जिसका रूप ही नहीं है, तो फिर यहाँ पर ये जो रूप की बात है उसको क्या करेंगे? तो पहले तो बोला उनका कोई रूप रंग नहीं है, वो निर्विशेष निराकार है, सत्ता मात्र है, ज्योति मात्र है। और फिर बोलते हैं वो भगवान जो सूर्य मंडल के मध्य में जिनकी शक्ति तेज निवास करता है, भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि, जो गायत्री में जिसका ध्यान हुआ है, वो भगवान कैसे हैं? तो उनके प्रत्येक अंगों में जो उनका आंख है बड़ा सुंदर है। ऐसा तो कृष्ण के भगवान दर्शनीय अवय उदार विलास